All right. Well, let me ask you this. So I mentioned
Yes.
earlier tremendous bat to ball skills. What do you think right now of his bat to ball skills?
Off the charts.
Okay, way above average. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
All right.
totally agree with you. 100%.
So you think he will win a batting title one day, or has a shot to?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think the fact that you said that 5 years ago is now maybe every scouting report you wrote that year, you said that because you're like, one of these is going to hit.
Yeah. Right.
But no, I mean,
Everybody wins a batting title.
I don't know if how
Did
old
say
was he
that
at the
about
time?
him. I'll give you my Adam Hazley report one day. I'll show you that one.
Okay,
That one was
but
kind of right too.
how old was Bichette when you
He
made
was
that call?
he was 19.
Okay, 19.
Yeah.
So that's a tough call. But the fact that he's in the big leagues,
Yeah.
you got that right.
I did.
The
I did. But
fact that
that's an
he's
easy one. I'm not going to give myself credit for that because
really like
that's an easy one.
you knew
I'll
at
tell you
19 he
why.
was going to be a consistent big leaguer, an everyday big leaguer for more
Me
than
saying,
two
well, I think
years.
saying a second rounder who was hitting off the charts as he was in Lansing, which was the Class A affiliate at the time, it's kind of easy to predict. And plus, he kind of had a rocket ship along with Vlad. It's easy to predict that he's going to be a big leaguer.
Yeah.
Now it's really, in my opinion, it was breaking down. Okay, what kind of big leaguer are we looking at? A guy who's going to stay
Yeah.
short, which I think he will. Is he going to win a batting title or be kind of Marcus Simeon, who by the way is a really good player, or Didi Gregorius, who is a good player, but
Yeah.
not a superstar type.
Right.
I predicted a superstar type
You
for
predicted
Bo,
a superstar.
and I predicted very great bat to ball skills.
Yeah. Nice call.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your
You
sarcasm.
You did no. I do.
Feel it in my bones that you're being sarcastic, sir.
You deserve it. No, I'm actually not. Normally I am.
So let me ask you about his hand path. What do you think of that? Hand path. Some would say he has a barrel dump or he was whatever.
Slightly, I think slightly he does.
But was it on that pitch which looked to be thigh high inside?
Yeah,
low?
he had a little bit. Like if he didn't quite get it out in front, he would have been exposed. But it's one of those. It's not a drastic dump. It's not a dump that's going to cause him to miss pitches. It's going to cause him to foul pitches off.
Yeah.
But the fact that he continues his extent, most guys that have a little bit of a dump, they don't extend properly.
Okay.
They extend too late.
Yeah.
And so then when they're late, they swing under it or foul it back. And when they're early, they top it. He's a guy that might have, on a scale of 1 to 10, a barrel dump, like a 2. Okay. Mm-hmm. He does, but he doesn't try to correct it. He knows he's underneath and he still sticks with his good extension.
Yeah.
And that allows him to get to all pitches. So he has a very good hand path, primarily because there's no casting and there's no bat drag and there's no arm bar. He turns very much in sync and in unison with his arms. He doesn't have any. So barrel dump typically is when guys are doing that with their hands early. So, he might have this hitch as he lifts his hands up, but when he goes to here, he kind of turns with them this way. He doesn't turn and do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Underneath, right?
Yeah.
So, I think, I think his path is good, most importantly.
Yeah.
Because it's adjustable, like we showed on those 2 pitches. He got to a pitch that was on the inside corner.
Mm-hmm.
Pulled it for a home run without hooking it foul.
Yeah.
And then he takes a pitch down and away at his shins, and he's still able to get barrel on it and elevate it without rolling over the top of it. To me, that means you have a good path because it's adjustable. This game, I don't care what part of the game you're doing, it's a game of adjustments. If you're hitting, it's a game of, if you're pitching, it's a game. If you're fielding balls, if you're, reading fly balls, if you're a catcher, if you're a manager, you're constantly making adjustments. And there's nothing that drives me crazier than someone that does the same thing over and over again without making an adjustment. And so I'm very good about that and so are my instructors down at the lab because I kind of harp on it all the time.
Yeah.
You just swung. I told you, I showed you just swung under 3 balls in a row. Don't swing under the 4th. Swing over it. Make me happy. Miss it by this much. I'm going to video it. Miss it by this much over the top. You know what happens? They hit it. And I'm like, you made an adjustment. What happens if I wasn't here and you took another 60 swings and you swung under the next 40 of them? That'd be a bad day, right? You wouldn't feel very good. Make an adjustment. And maybe I should make a shirt that says make an adjustment.
That'd be good. You know what? You could make that shirt. We could both wear it. And that could be like the new theme of our podcast.
Yeah, we
Lab Epstein Hitting Podcast.
What if it was make an effing adjustment?
It could. The Lab Epstein Hitting Podcast. Make an effing adjustment.
That's right. Does your podcast suck? Make an adjustment. Are you tired of your podcast? Listen to ours.
Are you listening to the wrong hitting guru, the wrong hitting podcast? Make an effing adjustment. The Lab Epstein Hitting Podcast.
Yeah.